All right, so I just finished my workout, and it was a really good workout. And I've been thinking about this for so long, and I just want to express it in the most realist, rawest fashion. So I'm not going to edit this. This is on my phone. It's not even on my camera or anything like that. So I want to talk about invested interest and what does it mean to invest in something so much that you can't go back on it, you can't reverse, or you can't even refund yourself. And this goes for anything. It goes for school, business, education, in terms of any type of education, whether it's school or not, self improvement, nutrition, anything. You've got to invest in yourself to the point where you can't go back. You can't get a refund on yourself. And that only puts you in a position that you need to continue to go forward in order to get your money's worth and your investment's worth. And by this, I mean sometimes even in business where you're not even getting paid. The investment is your time. And the only way you know that you're going to get a financial dividend at the end is by continuing to work and continuing to put in the time and continuing to grinding and hustling it out. In order for the long term, you're going to get that cash prize, or the investment to come back in interest. So with regards to gym programs, for example, I've had so many people come up to me and say, oh, I've tried this program, or I tried this diet, or I was training with this one person and it didn't work out. And then to my question is, well, how long did you put into it? How long did you invest into it? And if you did it for a couple months, then that means fuck all, because really you didn't invest any time into it. And you've got to fall in love with this investment so much that you can't return. You can't take back on it. So going to the gym, for example, it's like a lifelong investment. Like, you just keep on going and you keep on going and you keep on going. There's no actual finish line. There's no cash prize at the end of it, unless you're like a bodybuilder and you're competing in a contest. So when you invest in yourself at the gym, you just go and go and go and go. And you set little goals and you set little guidelines and whatnot, and you continue to progress and you achieve those little goals. But once you've accomplished that one particular goal, it's like, okay, well, what's next? What's next? You just keep on going. And so that is an investment in yourself. That's your invested interest. Why? Because you just want to keep on going. You just want to get healthy and whatnot. What else can I talk about of invested interest? It's the same as relationships. There's so many times where, a relationship is one-sided. One person loves the person more than the other, or one person does more than the other. And so when that person is continuously investing more and more and more into the relationship, they're the ones that don't want to go back on it, because they've just keep on investing in it more and more, and they can't go back. Where on the other side of the spectrum, if that is the other person and they're not one to invest so much in the relationship, what happens? It's easy to walk out. It's easy to back out of that relationship. Why? Because they haven't put much of an investment into it. And so that's why there's so many relationships that are falling and crumbling to pieces, because one side of the relationship, the other person is investing more and more, and the other side of the relationship, one person's not. They're just taking and receiving. So if you're in that type of relationship, you need to reassess your situation, because it has to be 50-50. So again, invested interest. I can't stress this enough with regards to fitness and whatnot. Like, why do I keep on going? Because I'm in so deep, I can't go back. And I just want you guys to focus on, what I'm saying, what my train of thought is with this rant. It's just invest so much in yourself that you can't go back. So if you're on this diet, or you don't see progress, or if you're not happy with the results, keep on going. Just keep on going. Keep on doing it. Put a year into it. Put 2 years into it, and see what happens. It's just like I talked about that last video about The Slight Edge, a book that I recently read. It's on my YouTube channel. Just about doing the tiny little mundane tasks over and over and over again continuously, Eventually they compound with interest, and then all of a sudden you see the results far, far down the road. But at the beginning, year one, year two, you may not see the results. I've got, one girl, she's one of my original competitors with my 30-day challenges, who she didn't know where she was going to go, in a year, 2 years from now. But all of a sudden, looking back from almost 2 years ago, she's lost over 100 pounds. It's crazy. Like, you can't fathom that, because if you look at it day by day, those, the progress, you're not going to see those sort of gains or losses. But over time, it continuously compounds more and more. What did she do? She invested in herself. She invested in her time. She invested in all those changes. So just fucking invest in yourself so much that you can't go back, okay? Like, just invest in yourself. Put so much in that you can't go back. It's actually a great story that's been passed on to generations and generations of let's just call him a sergeant of a pirate, not a pirate ship, just a sergeant of a ship. And they come to the island and they're going to take over the island. But what do they do when the troops are on land? He makes the troops turn around, and he notices that all the ships are on fire. And he says to his troops, "Gentlemen, we have two options. We can either die, or we can conquer and we can take possession of the island. But the third option of returning back home, that's not going to happen. There's no chance. So take it or lose it," right? So, and that's what happens. They just invested in it to so much that they can't return. So that's what I want you to do. Just fucking invest in yourself so goddamn much that you can't return and you can't go back. So with, invest in so many times with a personal trainer. Just like put the most amount that you can do, so you just continuously go and get trained by that person. With school or courses or whatnot, just pay for it in full as much as you can, so you got to keep on going. And that's the same with everything. Just invest in it so much that you can't go back. All right, I hope this at least makes an impact on someone. Just fuck, you know what I mean? I'm so passionate about this. Just do it.